Josh Jung with the Texas Rangers. He's 6'2", 214 pounds. He's already 24 years old. Without a few injuries, he would have already debuted right now. Ross, will you break down the stats for us?
Absolutely. Josh Jung, hailing from Texas Tech. He spent 3 years there. He was drafted by the Rangers in the first round after a pretty awesome career with the 8th pick overall. So let me touch on his college career a little bit. I don't want to belabor it. After a decent debut where he batted .306 with a .453 slugging percentage, in 2018 and 2019, he really stepped up his game. Both of those seasons, he had an OPS over 1100, so he was really crushing the ball. He walked more than he struck out both of those years. As a sophomore, he hit 12 home runs with a .392 batting average, notable, and a .491 OBP and a .639 slugging percentage. And his final year with Texas Tech, he hit .343 with a .474 OBP and a .636 slugging percentage. So the batting average was down a little bit. Over the fence power was up a little bit as he hit more home runs and fewer plate appearances. So he joined the Rangers in 2019 after being selected with that 8th pick that I mentioned. And right away, they stuck him into rookie level for a small period of time, boosted him up to single A. And he had a pretty decent debut. Overall in the season, he had .316 with a .389 OBP and a .443 slugging percentage. Only 174 or 198 plate appearances, So it was not a huge sample that first year, but it was a good start. So after the lost COVID season, 2021, he played most of the season in the high minors, and he really elevated his game after that year off. Overall in the season, he hit .326 with a .398 OBP and a .592 slugging percentage. So almost 1,000 OPS, 19 home runs on the season. And that was coming in 342 plate appearances. So really, really solid season, really split between AA and AAA. That's what you want to see, a guy that's doing that well in the high minors. This season, he missed most of the year, but when he did come back in the minor leagues, he spent some time in the major leagues as well. He didn't quite replicate those great numbers that we saw last year. He still performed pretty well. He had a .273 this is at AAA. He had a .273 batting average, a .321 OBP, so still kind of getting into the swing of things, and a .525 slugging percentage. One thing to note about this year, his plate discipline was awful. It was awful. I'm going to chalk most of that up to injury and kind of shaking off the rust, because he didn't look like he had pretty decent plate approach prior to that. Not great, but I think this year the strikeouts were up and the walks were down, and he was probably over swinging a little bit.
Yeah.
Shaking off some rust.
So my biggest thing, and it reverts back to 2021, but Josh Jung is not a fast guy. He's not going to be blowing doors off by any means, but he hit 22 doubles. And that tells me he hits the ball freaking hard. And whether it's just really good placement, I don't know. I don't know that for certain, but 19 home runs and 22 doubles. I think he puts it in the right position, but then it's hit hard, and he's able to turn a single into a double just because of how hard he hits the ball. Josh Jung is easily one of my favorite prospects, and he's going to start for the Rangers at third base.
You think he's going to be their opening day
Yep.
third baseman?
Yep, no doubt in my mind.
I could see that. Absolutely.
I also think he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
That's a bold prediction, man. Hot takes. We got them. Scout the Statlines podcast. We got hot takes
all day. Hot takes all day.
I don't know that I am quite that bullish, but I do think he could have a very good debut. Well, technically this last year was his debut and it was not that good, but I think he could have a pretty solid season this year. He's still rookie eligible. So we'll see how that shakes out. I think he projects pretty well on Scout the Stat Line. They're picking up a little bit on that strikeout rate in their peak projections. He's going to have to tame that a little bit. And it's been, exacerbated at the major league level. So he definitely he's going to want to keep an eye on that.
What's his comp?
Mike Blowers. Who this guy played most of his notable career with the Mariners, but he kind of bounced around to a few different teams. Highlights include a season where he hit 23 home runs. This guy played in the 90s. Solid career. I would hope that Jung would outperform it, though.
That's Josh Jung, fellas.
Josh Jung.
He's going to be great. I'm sorry. I'm just massively bullish on him. I get butterflies.
He's a go get him.
Yeah, he's a go get him. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and of course visit our website, scoutthestatline.com for more.